Hey everybody, it's Benita. I hope you guys are having a really good day and a really good week so far. I don't know where to start. So back in May, I received some news that I didn't want to receive, and I was supposed to schedule a surgery at that time, back in May of this year. Well, because I wanted a second opinion, I have postponed the surgery. So today, I had to go see my endocrinologist. And we were talking about it, and she agreed with the other doctor. So some of you that have followed my journey for the past 13 years, that I've been living with 2 different types of brain tumors, you know that I had radiation to the brain, to my brain, late 2022. So not to discount anyone that has gone through any other kind of radiation or chemo or anything, please hear me well. Radiation to the brain is different from radiation to any other part of your body. Because it is your brain, the radiation behaves differently in the brain, because of course your brain controls everything else in your body. So with radiation to the brain, sometimes you don't see the effects till maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years later. You don't really know what all it affects. All you know is that it stopped the brain tumor from growing back again, because I had already had several surgeries. So the first thing we discovered was that the radiation completely damaged my eyes, and I was like going blind so fast, like what was going on. So I had to have emergency surgery on both eyes. So I can see clearly now. That was a lot. And I thought that would be the end of finding out what the radiation, the after effects of having radiation to your brain. But like I said, having radiation to your brain is just a different beast. It's a different beast from having radiation to any other part of your body. It's like the radiation in your brain, it just I don't know. For me, the best way I can explain it, for me, it just feels like it just lingers and lingers and lingers, and the after effects just linger and linger and linger. That's how it feels to me. And sometimes you don't know the after effects of it until something starts happening. And then you go, wait, what's going on? What's going on? You run to this doctor, you run to this person, blah, 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 blah. And they said, well, it's because you had radiation to your brain. Anytime you have radiation to your head, neck, brain, face, blah, 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 these are the problems you can look to have in the future, you know, even months and years after radiation. Well, here we are, months and years after radiation, and I had my eyes done July. I had my eyes done, I think, a year and some change after radiation, because it was a rapid process. My eyes started going bad really quick in a matter of months. So now I'm dealing with a whole nother problem, and I've been so ashamed, so embarrassed to even speak on this. I probably won't tell you what it is right now, but so I go to the doctor. She tells me this is what has to happen, and this is because of the radiation. There's nothing you can do to stop this. There's nothing you can do to reverse it. And then I asked her, well, why wasn't I told this information prior to having radiation? And her explanation was that anytime a doctor or surgeon or whatever has to make a decision between your life and something else, they're always going to go with the greater option that's going to save your life first. So it's like, how can I explain this? I'm trying to think of a good example. Okay, so with the radiation I had, so they screwed this metal frame into my head right here and back here. So what happened was my hair thinned and shedded to the closest points where they had the called a frame, a metal frame. So let's say if I would have said, well, I don't want my hair to come out, I want to do the radiation first, because I don't want my hair to come out. So it's like if they had to make a choice between something cosmetic, you know, and saving my life, they're always gonna choose saving your life first. So that's the way the doctor explained it to me, and she said that's how come I wasn't given the option to have any kind of pre-radiation treatments to anything, because there was not enough time or space, because I told you all the tumor kept growing back. And in a matter of 4 years, I had already had so many surgeries. And so we had to do something to stop it, because the last surgery I didn't do well, and I was hemorrhaging to death, literally to death. And that was after my daughter died. So I literally, when I was dying, I could see my daughter. And she was like, come on, mommy. You know, I don't know if you guys believe in that or not, and I was told by the nurses and my daughter that they literally was shaking me and telling me to come back, and the doctor later told me that I had already turned cold, and so I had to go through several processes to rebuild my kidney function, my heart function, because all of my major organs started shutting down. So having me go through another brain surgery was not an option. So we really didn't have no choice but to do the radiation. And there wasn't enough time for me to get any kind of pre-treatment on anything. So today, I went to see my endocrinologist, and I wanted her opinion, hoping that she would say something different, because the option the other doctor gave me is an option I don't want to do it. It scares me to do it, you know. It doesn't scare me physically, it scares me mentally. I don't know if my mental is strong enough to go through with it. Because I already deal with depression and stuff. I already still deal with the grief of missing my daughter, you know. So mentally, I don't know if I can go through it. However, she gave me a second opinion, and she agreed with the first doctor. So maybe the next time I'll have the courage to actually tell you guys what's going on with me. But right now I just feel like embarrassed or ashamed, even though I know it's nothing I did, or nothing, from what I'm told, nothing I could have done differently, nothing I'll be able to do to stop it, because it's just an after effect of having radiation to your brain. So those of you that know me, you guys know I don't complain. You see me up, you see me down, you see me level to the ground. But this one, I don't know, it's really bothering my mental. It's got my mental not in a good place. It's just not in a good place. So those of you that know, you know, I'm old school church. Those of you that know the words in prayer, and do pray, y'all say a prayer for me, because at this point my mental is not well. Just not, my mental isn't well. But I also want to tell everyone thank you for the kind birthday wishes. I normally celebrate my birthday the whole month of August. I'm still celebrating because last year I spent my whole birthday in the hospital. This is probably one of the first birthdays I wasn't in the hospital or at home recovering from a surgery or a procedure or something. And so I thank God for that. And I definitely thank all of you who made my day even more special by saying happy birthday to me. Sometimes you just don't know what a simple, kind word can do for somebody and how it can make them feel. So I just want to tell you guys thank you and ask you guys to pray for my mental. And when people ask you to pray for their mental and they tell you that they're not doing well mentally, don't get on here talking about, oh, she's looking for attention. Because there's nothing I need to do for attention but walk in the room. So let's not do that. I know I need the surgery. And then they tell me, well, you have to have this done in the hospital because you've had radiation to your brain, because you hemorrhaged out that time. There's so many factors that go into what might be simple for someone else, you know. For me, it's like a process, you know, chain of command almost. So, yeah. So just pray for my mental and know that I love people. I really do love people. I love people. I don't like everybody, but I do love people. And it's okay if I don't like you, because you might not like me either. And that's okay. So, like I said, my mental is not well.